What if Goku trained Deku? Chapter 5. The newspaper. The next day, Inko went shopping. She decided that because he got into eBay and developed such an amazing quirk, Deku deserved a special meal. She walked past a newsstand, but stopped when the headline in the newspaper caught her eye. Deku was down at the beach doing some solo training whilst he was waiting for All Might to turn up. All Might had told him yesterday that he might be a bit late because he had a hospital checkup and it might run on. Smiling, Deku stood up. He was so lucky. Not only had he been given one for all, but he'd also been trained by the two strongest people on the planet. I need to get stronger, said Deku. Deku clenched his fist. He needed to get stronger and fast. All Might have been healed, but that doesn't mean his power won't fade. Wait, what if now he can be in his buff form longer? He'll use up his remaining power one for all even quicker. I will get stronger, said Deku. Deku checked around him to see if anyone could see him. Then he summoned a ki blast out of his hand. He'd really got the hang of making blasts now. He can make a blast around the size of a basketball in only a couple of seconds. Ki is incredibly strong. It is the ultimate weapon and defense, said Goku in a flashback. Back then, Goku had asked Deku to try and hit him, but when he did, his fist was blocked by Goku's natural ki barrier. This is all because of ki. It is dependent on you paying attention and having your guard up. Usually I'm bulletproof, but if I don't keep at least a low-level ki barrier up, I can get hurt. But more importantly is the reason I will teach you ki. It can be used to strengthen your body, and in case reinforce it to make it able to hold more power, said Goku in a flashback. Deku thought back to those words and tried to figure out how it worked, because Goku hadn't actually told him how to do it. Hey kid, sorry I'm late. Oh hey All Might, said Deku. All Might walked down to the beach. Sorry, the hospital was doing a lot of tests. They were very confused that all my organs were in tip-top condition. Deku looked at All Might. Something was different about him. His body, which just yesterday was shrunken and skinny, was ever so slightly bigger. He also had slightly more muscle mass. All Might noticed Deku's confusion. Yeah, they said now that I'm healed, my body will start to put muscle back on. In just about a month or so, I'll be back to full power, and I just need to put in the work. The remnants of One For All inside me feel stronger as well. It's almost like, because my body is a better container for the power now, it's keeping the fire burning longer. And so, with luck, that will even out the loss of time because of the increase of the limit. That's awesome, All Might, said Deku. Yes it is, but you know that I will train you even harder now. Deku gulped when he saw the determined look on All Might's face. All Might bulked up and clenched his fist. Prepare yourself, newbie. Deku hurriedly got into a stance and activated full cowl, but in the blink of an eye, All Might disappeared. He looked around only to see the monstrous shadow of All Might being cast over him from behind. Deku spun around, launching a punch to where he thought All Might's face should have been. There was nothing there. Confused, he turned around again, just to be met by a massive fist stopping inches from his face. The air force was amazing. It blew Deku back dozens of meters, but he dug his heels in and kept his balance. Deku launched forward, ready to punch All Might, but his fist was caught. That all? Said All Might. Not yet! Deku threw a counter-punch with his other hand, trying to catch him off balance. However, that too was caught. Deku was left dangling from all its massive hands. Is that it? Yeah. That's everything, said Deku. No it isn't. You have legs, don't you? I even left my face within range of them. Deku felt like an idiot. Goku had told him the same thing. All Might put him down and dusted him off. Do you want some food? I'm starving, said All Might. Yeah, that sounds good, said Deku. After a bite to eat, the two walked back down the beach. Lunch wasn't exactly quick because many people wanted All Might's autograph and photo. A few people even talked to Deku, mostly thinking that he was All Might's new sidekick. But then something weird happened. One of the people who had been talking to All Might just seconds before turned to Deku and his eyes went wide. Oh my god, it's you, said the random guy. Deku was confused. You're the kid from the newspaper. The guy then pulled out the newspaper and pointed to the picture on the cover. There, in nice bold colours, was the towering figure of All Might, and next to him was Deku. When was this taken? He didn't see a camera on that reporter. Above the picture was a massive title. Noticing Deku's confusion, All Might looked at the paper and his eyes went wide. There in bold letters read, Meet Izuku Midoriya, child prodigy, and the future hero who trains with All Might himself. Child prodigy? I guess the writer didn't know I was born quirkless, said Deku internally. All Might picked up the newspaper and smiled. It was only a matter of time before you got your name in the papers, said All Might. Around the same time, at the Bakugo residence, there was a knock at the door. Katsuki, get the door! Yelled Bakugo's mum. Bakugo got off the sofa and opened the door. Here you go, said the postman. The postman passed Bakugo a package and this morning's newspaper. He shut the door and walked back to the sofa, putting the post on the table in front of him. He went back to watching TV, where his eyes finally fell on the newspaper. What caught his eyes was the bright, spiky shape of All Might's hair. What's All Might doing? Said Bakugo. Bakugo looked at the title of the article, and he felt his heart stop. What? That's not possible. That damn nerd. He grabbed the paper and put on his shoes. He was going out. There was a knock at the door. Inko answered the door at the sight of a clearly flustered Bakugo. Oh, hi Bakugo, how can I help you? Is Deku in? No, he isn't. I think he's down by the beach training. He's been doing that a lot lately, said Inko. Bakugo ran off immediately, heading towards the beach. Why is he in such a rush? Thought Inko. Bakugo jumped over a railing and landed on the beach. It had been a while since he had been down here because it was full of trash, but apparently someone had cleaned it up. He looked around and didn't see anyone. Annoyed, he sat down and took a closer look at the article in the newspaper. Underneath the title and the picture was a couple of paragraphs of text. Most of it wasn't important, but one thing caught Bakugo's eyes. It read, "Even though I didn't get a name of his quirk, from what I saw it is a strength enhancer that gives him the power enough to challenge All Might. It also gives him the ability to shoot powerful energy attacks. The future looks bright for this future hero." Bakugo gripped the newspaper. That damn bastard. He was just trying to play weak this whole time. He was just toying with me, making me think I was strong. I'm going to kill him, Bakugo yelled internally. At that moment, Bakugo's ears perked up as he heard the sound of Deku's voice approaching. "This energy is so useful. Goku said I would be able to make weapons one day and be able to heal people. Wouldn't that be amazing, All Might?" said Deku. Bakugo's heart, which had been going a mile a minute, stopped. All Might? He's with All Might right now? Really? It can do all that? I'm jealous. I might need Goku to teach me a little bit of that. Ha ha ha. All Might laughed and slapped Deku on the shoulder. Bakugo was confused. He had wanted to jump out in front of Deku and pulverize that little twerp, but hearing that he was so friendly with All Might just made his head spin. And who was this Goku guy who trained Deku, and whom All Might respected so much? "Hey Deku, explain yourself now." Bakugo stepped in front of the two and shoved the newspaper in Deku's face. "Have you been lying to everyone this whole time?" Deku panicked, waving his hands in the air. "Oh, Kachan, I don't know what you're talking about." "Your quirk, you damn nerd. You're hiding it the whole time, making me think I was special." "Kachan, I didn't. Spit it out already. I didn't lie." "Huh? My quirk? It only appeared recently, around the time of the stuttering, I think. I had the power to store power and release it. Hard training is how I built up my energy supplies." "So you've been hiding it for 10 months? I didn't know I had it till the entrance exam. That's when all that built-up power was released, and my body couldn't handle it, and my arm and legs broke." "And what about you, All Might? What are you doing here?" "Well, because our powers are so similar, I believe I was the right person to help young Midoriya with his power control," said All Might. Bakugo turned around and began walking away, but stopped after about 10 meters. "Who's Goku?" said Bakugo. All Might and Deku were shocked by the sudden question, and All Might decided to be honest to save on problems down the line. "He's the strongest man in the world," said All Might. Now it's Bakugo's turn to be shocked. All Might himself saying that someone was stronger than him? Then why has no one ever heard of him? The other two didn't know exactly how to respond. What is it?" said Bakugo. "He's a warrior from another universe, who came to this one to fight someone strong, and has decided that the easiest way to do that is to train young Midoriya," said All Might. After that, Bakugo left for real. He went home and went straight to bed. He had a lot to think about. That damn nerd. He can't have gotten stronger than me so quickly. Why'd it have to be him? Why did he have to get the attention of the two strongest guys on the planet? Hell, someone came from another universe just to train him, Bakugo thought. Back with Deku, he had concluded his training for the day and was now going home. He pushed open the door to his home to see his mum on the sofa crying. He ran over but saw that she didn't look sad. She was happy. "Mum, what's wrong?" "Oh, nothing, honey. I'm just so proud of you." Deku looked down at what she was holding. There was a glass picture frame. Inside was a newspaper. The headline read, "Meet Izuku Midoriya, child prodigy and future hero who trains with All Might himself." End of chapter 5.